Hey there guys, and welcome back to Unabridged on the Primus server. This is CasualKiwi. This episode, as you can see, our FPS is getting relatively low, so I'm wanting to do a couple of quick crafts in our starter base before we move over to the Kiwicorp vault. So what I want to do this episode is we want to go ahead and we want to make another pressurized reaction chamber from Mechanism. Now the reason I want to do that is I want to make some plastics. Now it's the, what is it, PDPE? I can't remember, the plastic that is made using ethylene and the substrate that's left over in this barrel. Now I want to make a bunch of that because I'm going to use it to make something pretty neat, or I'm hoping they're going to be neat anyway. So we need to make one of these guys, and it shouldn't be too hard. I think I've got pretty much everything in my inventory. So we've got a tank. Oh, we haven't got those, would be the only thing. We should be able to whip this guy up. Of course we can't, because what do we need? We need a steel casing, and we don't have any osmium on us. Dun dun dun, osmium. And we should be able to quickly... Oh, we've got redstone, we've got osmium. What are we missing? Iron and basic control circuits. Basic control circuits. I don't know what's going on there. Iron, redstone. We need the machine frame. I didn't make the machine frame first. Dun dun dun, like so. One machine frame, like that, like that, like that, and we have ourselves an enrichment chamber. Lovely. So then I think the only thing we need to make is with some more osmium and some iron dust is, we'll grab that steel before it disappears, is a couple of tanks. Now do we have any iron dust? That is something that I neglected to make. So we'll grab another one of these guys and we'll quickly pulverize up some iron dust. We've got our Terra Shadow still, oh of course that's all set to do things, isn't it? Disabled. We've got our Terra Shadow all doing its business over there, and it is working quite nicely. We're up to level A on our way to level S, so it's sort of doing its job. I think we only need 2, but that's okay. We'll knock up 4 of these. So it's working quite neat. It does I think it's a 7x7 now, or a 5x5, might be a 5x5. So we're leveling it up. It's going to take quite a while though, because it looks like somebody possibly ran by with a magnet and had pulled it off of the mana pool. So it was just sitting beside it today when I logged on. It might have just popped off on its own, you never do know. But anyway, it's back on there now and charging up. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. We want some of these guys. 1, 2... 2 is all we should need. There was I can't remember whether it was Mod Source or Infinity, and there was a little button you could click on the crafting grid and it would shoot everything back into your inventory. I think it might have actually been Horizon's Daybreaker. That was the best thing since sliced bread. It really was. It was freaking awesome. That's obviously not going to work. Hit that. We want that guy in the middle. We want the 2 tanks down the side, and circuits and a dynamic tank in the center. Yoink, yoink, and yoink gives us a pressurized reaction chamber. Lovely. Okay, to go with that, we're going to need some gas conduits. Ooh, do we need fluid? We might need to be fluid. We've got some fluid conduits, so that's great. And we're going to need a bit of power. We've got some ender energy. Have we got any standard ones? We might have some in our backpack. Okay, we'll look in here. And no. Okay, we've got item conduits, which we'll probably need. I wonder if we can steal one from anywhere. Like this guy. We'll steal a couple of these guys. Where's our wrench? Grab these for now, because the ender ones didn't seem to want to connect to these basic ones for some reason. I don't know why that was, but it didn't seem to want to work. So for this, basically, I think what we don't want to wrench it. Geez, don't muck it all up here, team. We want to take this ethylene and we want to pump some of that into this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck that guy there, and then we're going to take... That's gas. I'm pretty sure it needs to be fluid. It's HDPE. HDPE sheets. For that we need the HDPE pellets in the enrichment chamber, sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. And to get those we need liquid ethylene and oxygen. So oxygen shouldn't be hard because we've got that becoming a byproduct from other things, but we need liquid ethylene. So if that's the case, we need to convert this gas into a liquid, and for that we're going to need, what's it called? It's not the it is one of these machines, a rotary condensator. Okay, so we're going to need a bit more stuff for that. Okay, what does that require now that we're back out here? It is going to need a portable tank, which is some glass, a circuit, and some iron. That's not too bad. It is going to need another tank, which is fine. We can make that, and some glass and some circuits. Okay, I think we can whip that up relatively quickly, and some gold, redstone, and more circuits. Okay. Do we have... Ooh, we have no gold. No gold. Okay, that might be an issue. I might duck away, get this made, and I'll come back shortly when I've had my digital miner and everything running to get us some gold. Okay guys, we're back, and I've got everything ready in here, so I just needed 3 gold for this energy tablet, and boom, we have ourselves a rotary condensator. Nice. Okay. What we need to do is we need to pump out of this guy, and I can't remember which side. Is that actually sucking anything in? It is. So we need to, yep, it's condensating it. And we're getting liquid ethylene. Fan-freaking-tastic. So now, we're also creating a lot of power. That's why our mechanism machines are making, or using a lot of power, sorry, and making a heck of a lot of noise. I'm going to pump out of, no, not that one. That one's gas. Where's our wrench? It's hiding there. We're going to pump out of that one. And go that way, and we're going to go in the top here with the liquid ethylene, hopefully. So, extract, active without signal, and insert. We're getting liquid ethylene. We are not. We need to go into the side config. We want input to the top, that's items. We want fluid, we want yellow. Nice, liquid ethylene going in the fluid. Okay, now we need to get the gas, so we need oxygen. We need oxygen coming from this guy, I want to say. Can we take it from the back? That is the question. I wish that would shut up. That is extremely loud. Okay, so can we take oxygen from there? Here's hoping. Up like so. We'll set that to extract, active without signal. We'll set that to insert. That's empty. And we'll see what that's doing. Empty. So it's not working. Geez, that is annoying. Why are we using so much power? Can we turn this off? Thank goodness, because that is freaking frustrating. Okay, so we need to find a way to connect this to that side of this electrolytic separator so that we can get some oxygen out of this bad boy and into here. So that is going to be a bit of a mission. That's obviously used all of our, a lot of liquid ethylene. Okay, so 10 buckets of liquid ethylene, of gaseous ethylene have gone in there and is going to get turned into liquid. So that's obviously run out of power. Oops. And that's why that's not doing anything else, but that's fine. We can fix that later on. What we really need to worry about is getting gas connected to this. How am I going to do that? Can we can probably take this up and to the side and around. Might work rather than coming through there, but it's still going to be a pain in the jacksy. Can we adjust the output of this guy? No, we cannot. It only goes out the certain sides. We might have to make another one. It's kind of looking that way, or adjust the way this goes. That's probably the simplest way for now, adjusting the way that goes, and just making it go all funky, and then I can tidy it up off camera. Right, so we'll grab our pick, and we'll take that, and then come, where is it? Go, yoink. Why is that not connecting? Oh. Like so. Yoink, yoink, like that. Nice. Okay, now we should be able to connect these gas ones onto here. And it's got oxygen. And we should just be able to wrench that guy. And boom, we have some oxygen. Oh, don't wrench that. We should. Why is that not getting oxygen? Gas is set to the wrong side, I'm guessing. That's fine, we can change that. So gases are here. That's the output. So we want, I went past it again, dark red. Nice, and we have gases. So we need power, so it should, oh, we need some of this guy here to go in there. Yoink. Doesn't do its thing. Is it that goes in there? I'm sure it's that goes in there. Maybe we need more liquid ethylene. So I think we need to go ahead and hook up some power. That's not a big drama. What we can probably do, grab that guy. And where is it? Where's it gone? Tesseract. And throw that right there. Set that to Kiwi Power. Set it to... Oh, it's not going to receive power because that's what was sending it. Oh well, we will remove that again. That ain't going to work. Come to me, Tesseract. Oh, the FPS is so low. It's horrible. It really is. Okay, that needs to go back up there. Yoink, like so. And then we're going to have to run some conduits. What I might do is I might run some conduits and I will come back shortly. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see I've got HDPE pellets and we've got them in the enrichment chamber, and that is making me some HDPE sheets. It takes 4 to make 1 sheet, and they are coming from this guy here. All doing its thing. It's all got power. I've run a power line along from our energy, whatchamahoodicky over here, capacitor bank. And it's all working and doing its job quite nicely. So perfect. What I'm going to do though is we are going to quickly make a couple of what we want to make, and then I'm probably going to cut away, and I think I will come back when we have moved into the new base, because the FPS here is freaking terrible. We're up at 35, so it's not too bad now, but before it was absolutely shocking and recording was not a lot of fun. But basically we want to make some of these glow panels from Mechanism, and that is what we're going to light our base up with. We're not going to make it with black ink though, we're going to make it with yellow. So what we are going to need is some glass panes. Now I think we have some of those somewhere. We've got 7. We're probably going to need some more of those, so we'll take half a stack of glass as well. And we should be able to flick through these until we find yellow, like so, and go flunk. And that gives us 2, or it gives us 6 actually, yellow glow panels. So these guys here, I'm hoping, look at that, they look pretty neat. I think they are pretty special actually, they're pretty cool. Little square glow panels, we're going to use them for lighting our base over in at the vault and go from there. But I'll see you when we have moved in. Hey there guys, we're back and we have officially moved into the vault. So I have done a little bit of work while I've been away. To be fair, it has been a couple of days because I have been busy. So I'm going to fly around a little bit and just show off some things. So, well actually, I'm sure I've showed these off already, but we have our travel anchors. And we're going to go down to floor alpha, like so, down here. And we have the alpha level. So the alpha level contains the mess hall, the armory, the control room, and the alpha level personnel living quarters. So pretty cool. The other thing I have done is gone ahead and I used a fluidic replenisher from Mechanism to go ahead and just fill the bottom layer here with lava. What a super awesome block that is. Fluidic replenisher, I think it is. Basically, I attached a drum to it and a tesseract, and whammo, it just filled this guy up with lava. I just placed it in the center and it just completely filled this whole area, one block deep, with source blocks of lava. So pretty cool. We have basically my goal is that is our central heating for the vault. So that's going to provide us through this nuclear winter or holocaust or whatever's happening. So yes, jolly good. Okay, where are we going to start? We're going to start with the mess hall. So the mess hall, I haven't actually done anything yet. I've given it a roof, some walls, and some lighting with our lovely glow panels we have made. And the spacings should be... Oh, I have mucked up the spacings. Okay, so I need to fix that, obviously. Oops. But yeah, so looking pretty neat. Obviously need to go ahead and get some tables and chairs and some ovens and maybe some sort of food dispensers. We might look at working on some automatic food dispensers. That was a great little plan from Landstrider that he gave me. So that could be a cool idea to work on. Go ahead and push a button and dispense some food of different types. Next, we have the armory, so this is a bit of a work in progress. Basically, we have got a little control room here that you walk into so that you can't just bowl on in and grab stuff. And I did have a pin code on this door, but it was a pain in the backside, so I've taken it off. Something that is really cool with the Melisse's doors is you can go ahead and put an automatic shut timer on them, like this one just did. After, I think it was 20 seconds, it shuts again. Pretty dang neat. So we'll go ahead and bowl on here. We'll start getting set up. I've got some item frames up here with a complete set of tools that were given to me from, I think they were from Dizzy Aaron. They are tools made from zircon, which is, as you can see in Whaler, Tropicraft. Very, very neat. So a complete set of those. I did that wrong. I need to right click and spin all that around. Like, we'll turn it that way. Like so. Okay, now I've got a row of swords here as well. So we've got our wood, our iron, and then of course wood and stone, sorry, and then I moved straight on to our alumite. Now I was gonna go ahead and put our signal and rapier in here as well, but it won't let me. Obviously, certain Tinker's swords, it has to only be the broadsword or standard sword. The rapier and things won't go into there. Some armor as well, so I've got a little bit of armor set up here. My goal is to go through and get not all of the different armors, because I think getting the likes of the blood magic, demonic armor and all that sort of stuff might be a bit of a far stretch, but we'll see how we go. But go through and get a bunch of different armors. We can put our mechanism stuff that we've got at our other base up here as well, and get some full sets lined up here so that anyone that needs some armor can come in and grab some if they require it. Not too sure what I'm going to go ahead and put on this wall. If you've got any ideas, let us know. I do want to get some tool sets. Probably like I have in the item frame for the zircon tool sets. I know one tool set I want to do, but I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a future episode. So that could be quite fun. But yeah, let us know any ideas, tips and tricks for the armory, any building tips, anything that is going to help me make things look a bit nicer. And I'm going to put some glowstone around the place as well in some carpenter's blocks, just so that these walls don't look all checker patterny. I don't like that. They should be crisp and white if these light sources were a bit closer, but they're not. So I'll probably carpenter's block them so that they look a bit smarter as well. Okay, moving on. Next here, we won't go to the control room. What we'll do is we'll go to the living quarters. This is probably the room that I'm most proud of at this point in time because I think it looks quite nice. I think the floor looks nice, the lighting, the roof, everything just looks quite smart. So basically this is my bunk room. This is for everyone, all the guys on the server. They can all come and crash here if they need to, in the need of an apocalypse, or in the event of apocalypse. Everyone's got their own living spaces. Oh, I did not mean to sleep. So, I was in the army for a while, so this sort of brings back some memories. Yeah, close, cramped living spaces. All good fun. In the middle here, we have gone ahead and we have used some Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. We've got some ablutions, some toilets, basins, and some shower cubicles. Very, very neat. I'm not sure about the shower heads, whether I can get those working, but I see if I right-click on that, you can have a water source block under the block the basin is on to fill it. Alternatively, you can use a water bucket to fill it. So that is pretty neat. So we might look at hooking that up at some stage. Also, the little toilets have little blocks of water down the bottom. Pretty dang cool. And we've got the mares over here, the females. Same old deal. And a few more rooms. We've got Landstrader and Cly, Sice and Esk. And then, oh look at that, I get a room all to myself. Oh yay, jolly good. And a spare room as well. So we could separate one of the guys out if we wanted to. Okay, moving on. Now this could be expandable as well. At the end of this, we could just push further into the mountain and build some more stuff. But we have a heap of layers. I think down the vault wall here, we've got, it's so deep. So I think with like 10 blocks in between, we could have 4 or 5 more layers all the way down to one just off of the lava. So we could have one at, say, yeah, 3 or 4 blocks up from the lava. Probably want a little bit more so we don't have that bubbling, popping sound of the lava all the time. But quite cool. There's heaps of room for activities. Okay, the control room, which is here. So this is a work in progress as well. It's all a work in progress, team. As you know, I'm not a terribly terrific builder, so it is what it is. Any tips you can give me is really going to make my day and help me out with the building side of things. Okay, so we're going to look in here first. This is a very basic empty room, which I have just started to supply with some AE stuff. So while I've been away, I've gone ahead and built some AE stuff so that we can get into that without me having to show it all on camera, because you've seen me do it a million times. But basically, we've got a pulverizer. We've got an advanced smelting factory. Now the advanced smelting factory can smelt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5, if I count correctly, items at a time, or stacks of items to be fair. Now I've got auto sort on, so what happens there is if you have a stack of items come through, it'll come into the first slot and then it spreads itself across the whole lot, so it smelts 5 at a time. Works quite neat. And then down into these slots down below, and boom, we have an import bus sucking it back into the ME system. So I haven't said anything to import it yet. To be fair, I haven't been running a quarry or anything at this stage. We might show off this room first. So I have got my portals set up here so we can go back to our starter base, back at spawn. Quite handy, and teleport back in there. This here is my remote lever for shutting the hatch in the roof, but something a bit weird. I don't know what happened since last night. They have disappeared. There was 2 blocks there a second ago. That is strange. Did I just open it again? Oh, don't want to teleport. Please don't teleport me. Run, run, run. Okay, so they have all disappeared now. Okay, very, very strange. Okay, but anyway, the hatch was there, but it has disappeared. Okay, so in here we have our basic crafting terminal. The standard crafting terminal does all that good things from AE. We have all our stuff dumped in here. We have an ME pattern terminal so that we can go ahead and craft stuff. And then we have the pattern encoder from AE2 stuff. So this here is pretty neat. Basically, you can scroll through any eye and find, where's a machine? Something technical that we haven't made yet. What is that? A mining well. We haven't made a mining well. So see, that takes some iron, some redstone, some iron gears, an iron pick, and more iron. Clunk. We can make a recipe for that without ever having made any of these bits. Having none of these bits in our inventory, this machine will allow us to make a recipe. Pretty dang cool. We're not going to, because I don't want a mining well, but we could if we wanted to. Nice. Okay, and then here we have the crystal growth chamber. So this is made from a bunch of crystal growth accelerators from Applied Energistics. So if we go AE2 stuff, like so, we have the pattern encoder, which we have the crystal growth chamber, advanced inscribers, and a wireless connector. So I'm not 100% sure what the wireless connector does, but we might delve into that later. So the advanced crystal growth chamber, see this guy here, pretty basic. It is a chest and a bunch of crystal growth accelerators, 1 ME glass cable, and a hopper. And then what you can do is, if we were to grab some fluix, have we got fluix? We do, we have a flux dust, yoink. Like so, and we'll grab one piece of sand, and we'll move on to that shortly. That, and where did our flux dust go? Is it in there? It is, that's fine. Could have all done it in A. We get ourselves some flux seeds. Now this is the basics of how you start with applied energistics. Normally you would have to throw these in a puddle of water and wait for freaking ages until they grow, unless you put some of those basic crystal growth accelerators around them. But we have built this bad boy. Crystal growth accelerator. Doink. Now watch it grow. Look at that speed. 7, 8, 10%, 12%, it is honking through. In no time at all, those seeds will be growing. And this is fantastic. It uses power, but as you can see here, it says it's working. It's using AE, not a problem. As soon as it has finished crafting these, or growing them as it is, it goes to sleep. So it is pretty badass. We're at 70% already. Super quick. And you can set this up with an interface to just send stuff to it when you require, so you can craft the seeds automatically via your molecular assembler and then send them straight to this guy. And we have pure flux crystals. Look at that, eh? Fan-freaking-tastic. Throw those guys away. Okay. Now this bad boy. Now I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I was browsing Reddit the other day. I was on the Feed the Beast forums, to be fair. And I came across a post by Skaneberger DW20, Direwolf 20 obviously. So it was by Skaneberger. Now, this was about his way of doing a Cobble gen sort of Cobble factory system. Now, I thought this was pretty dang neat. It's all one block deep, and we get smooth stone, we get bricks, we get cobble, we get gravel, glass, sand, flint, and silicon. All done one block deep. Pretty dang cool. All connected with power, all doing its thing. Basically, it's just set up so that everything exports. All you do is you throw one bucket of lava and one bucket of water in this guy, and it just slowly exports cobblestone and does its thing. All fully upgradable though. These are all basic machines, but we can upgrade these as we go and as we require to the next tier of machines, and also upgrade this igneous extruder with some upgrades and some augments, sorry, and that will produce more at a time. I think it goes 16, 32, 64 is the augment changes, and it can do its thing. We can also use it if we want to connect lava to it and water. We can use it to make obsidian and all those good things, but probably not at this stage. So yeah, it all works pretty well. So the stone comes up, that gets exported both, I want to say, upwards to be here to be smelted, and sideways here into this one to be pulverized, and then the pulverized goes up into gravel, and then pulverized again, which then goes into flint and sand, and then the sand comes down here and gets smelted into glass and gets pulverized again to go into silicon. So a pretty cool setup, really. I'll quickly go ahead and show you, so you can pause and you can just see the configs of all these machines. So we'll start there, and then we've got that going straight down through. It's crafting the blocks on a schematic. This furnace configs there, Pulvy configs there. We've got obviously our leftovers from the pulverization going straight up. Straight up? Yes, straight up, because that's the gravel going straight up. This pulverizer straight through and down. This one should be straight down and in from the left. And we have in from the top and out to the left for the glass. And then I've just got an alloy smelter here, which is just doing his own thing. He's just if I want to cook something up. So we've got an octatic capacitor set up in that guy. Down here we've gone ahead and set up a quick crafting storage, 4K crafting storage, and a coprocessor so that we can do some stuff, and just a bit of end-IO conduit so that we can sort of sneak through past this machine without having to be all ugly with our ME glass cable. Gone ahead and bored out some space underneath for doing our cable networks and all those sorts of things, just to make things tidy. Ooh, we've got a reboot in 15 minutes. We're going to have to wrap it up soon. Okay, that was the plan anyway. I'm not going to drone on and bore you for that long. Okay, the last sort of thing that we have set up here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advanced subscribers from AE2 stuff. So basically the difference between these guys is once you put something in one of these lock slots, automation will not pull it out, which is fan-freaking-tastic. You can also put a stack of stuff in. This one's not going to let me, but say this guy here. See, it's got 6 redstone sitting in there and 2 silicon. So it is prepared for doing stuff. It can stack things up and just work, which is great, absolutely great. Whereas the standard inscribers, nothing stacks. One at a time, you've got to have like interfaces or hoppers or whatever pumping stuff in and out. Bit of a pain in the backside. These guys here, this is an automated setup, and we have everything going in one face. So I've got one interface, one chest, some ME glass cable, ME conduit, so this is into IO conduit. All that is doing is providing power, because they do not take power from standard RF sources. So I tried doing that, it didn't work. So that is just supplying power, and then all the other operations, I'm just going to throw this this block in there. All the other operations are done via the into IO standard item conduits. So in here we've got encoded patterns for all 3 of these. I obviously need to put a silicon one in case I want to request silicon, but at this point in time it just crafts it whenever it needs it for these guys. And I don't think we're going to need printed silicon for anything else, which is quite cool. So, basically, it sends the items to here, pumps them into the chest. From the chest, we have got in and out. So, on the insert, we have just got, it just inserts everything. On the extract, we've got, it extracts everything. Pretty basic. On this guy here, inserts whatever is already in there, and then it extracts the 3 logic processes. So this is the guy that has the redstone and silicon in it. So it seems to know, it is smart enough to know that these and the circuits, the basic circuits, all go in this inscriber. And then this one, yet again, insert is blank, extract is the printed silicon. So it takes the printed silicon and nothing else out of here. Doesn't take the silicon ball that goes in there. Next one along, insert yet again blank, extract printed logic circuit. Done. Printed logic circuit goes out here. It knows to extract that and put it straight into this one. It is very, very clever and so easy to set up. Super simple. The same, no insert, extract, printed engineering, and logic, not logic, calculation. Done. Simple, easy, done. Let's go show this bad boy off. If we go processor, we don't have any of those. I think we can do some engineering ones. We'll do 4, start. We have 8. We should end up with 12. We'll go and make sure, we'll duck out this way. Make sure everything's working. That guy's working. So that's making silicon. This guy's working, making the logic processes. And then back here, we have them being crafted into processors. Fantastic. They're getting sucked out and back into the system. Pretty cool setup. I think it works really well. Really quite neat. Processors, we've got 11. Waiting on one more. Should be done any time now. 12. Look at that. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, that's where our base stands at this point in time. Like I said, I'm always open to your guys' input. Any tips and tricks for making things look a bit nicer and helping me out with builds and all those sorts of things. Always appreciate it. So go ahead, leave some comments, guys. Let me know what you think. And go ahead and check out everyone else's videos on the server as well, because everyone's having a blast. And I will see you next time.